Wow, that's crazy. What up, guys? We back. Am I being watched by the Hyperbola BSD balls? Probably. The fact that, I mean, they might do age verification, so they kind of suck. Free BSD? More like, what's your ID BSD? Is free BSD really free if it's you can't compile it from source? Where's my source-based free BSD homies at? It must be exhausting to go honestly on Twitter and see the same fucking story shared by these fucking retards. You're actually recommending you use ports and compile shit yourself on FreeBSD? You're actually recommended to use ports and compile shit on yourself and everything. BSD usually on Linux kernel. Okay. Open Linux BSD. How about Linux Open BSD? Who up BSing their D? Sorry, I don't speak Spanish. That's fair. Thank you, Thank you, Percy Jackson. Um, it's got to be kind of exhausting to go. Like anytime I go open up the fucking Bird app to shitpost and rage bait people on the internet and give objectively the right opinion, I just see the same fucking. It's not even shit I'm subscribed to. It's just the same fucking retards sharing the same shit that they fucking had like 6 months ago. They're like, everyone's outraged about this. It's like, no one's mad about this. Just you. Touch grass. It's like, these gotta be fucking like accounts from India. Like, you're telling me there's 100,000 of people actually watching these with 500 posts, by the way, called Raw Combat. Like, who actually watches this shit? Who's like, let me go on Twitter and see the same, and it's like all the same videos every single time. They all share the same shit. They have no originality. They just fucking clip everyone else's shit and then share it. And they're like, what do you think he did? Who's up freeing the BSD? Who up freeing their BSD right now? What do you think they do? Anytime I free my BSD, it flies away, so I keep them caged to my sweaty socks. I really love to play this game with you. What the fuck? I hate bots on the internet. They're just insufferable. You should check out Gemini Protocol. It's apparently simpler. You're telling me to check out the fucking Gemini Protocol? Motherfucker, I've been talking about Gemini Protocol for like ever. I'm pissed that it didn't get bigger. It didn't get bigger. We streamed about it. Motherfucker telling me to check out the Gemini Protocol. I'm hurt. Gemini should have been bigger than it was. It's super based, but the problem is the amount of people that use it is like 6. Unironically, I still love it. Well, fucking. Gemini Protocol. The Gemini Protocol is pretty base, so we will look at it. I don't know even if it the last time. Yeah, I got the last release 20 months ago. Billy Bob is right. Yeah, I'm aware of the Gemini Protocol. You can run your own pods. He's right about everything. HTTP got its last update 4 years ago. Yeah, but like it sucks because I mean, there's not much they can do. Protocols are going to obviously be updated less. I'm somewhat memeing. Gopher would have been. Gopher was super sick. Free my boy Billy Bob. Stuck in HTTP prison. I would say that historically, good concepts never get the love. You can actually even you can go and explore the Gemini Protocol. You can explore the Gemini Protocol on Android. It's completely possible. It's super based. Actually, we're just going to do two things. Free my BSD, and then he, she, they, them, its pronouns will make the world peace. True. Hey, look at Gemini Protocol, a brutally simple alternative to the web. Hallelujah. True. Let's see if there's any news. Yet more downtime, spontaneous second migration. Oh, wow. Happy New Year, Gemini Nuts. Unfortunately, GeminiProtocol.net has been explicitly down for the past several days. Thank you for everyone who let me know about the situation. The outage was due again to a network problem on the VPS provider's end. I was less impressed with the competence and practice of the provider trying to restore the connectivity. In light of this happened so shortly after the tedious and poorly documented data center migration process, I was required by that provider to carry out at the end of last year. I spontaneously decided just to cut my losses and migrate the server to a new provider in the hopes of better service. If you're reading this, I guess it worked. This might still be a few loose ends. It's however they've been. Okay, so everything is nice. I got the Emacs Gemini client. It's cool. It is cool. They have an Android client too. I wanted to do. Gopher was cool too. I don't think Gopher is actively developed anymore. I wish it was. Gopher was a cool. There's actually a website that teaches you right here. Yep, Arine. This is it. For Android, this is the one of them. Oh no. And then there's, let's explore Gemini actually. Oh, Bombadillo? Bombadillo. If you're not sure what you go for, it's more familiar key bindings. I hate key bindings. If there's no Gemini client for your platform, but there is a web browser, you can simply use a proxy, either Portal Moz Us or a proxy Volps. Linux, let's see. Or you could be based in free and open source and use the Emacs Gemini client Alpha. I don't like Emacs. I like having sex with women. I'm sorry to hurt you. Cursor based text UI built on the Ubuntu. let's go in here. Whew. So Gemini is simpler, human scalable, distraction free. Gemini pages are text only and have simpler typography. You can view images. Not only the Ed Daily Drivers do that. No, only the Ed Daily. It's funny. Formatting, so there's no surprises. Once you know how Gemini pages work, you know how they all work. Human scalable, Gemini servers and clients aren't written by big monopolistic software companies. The way the web browser are, the D.EOS Gemini means that the complete application can be written by individual developers or small groups. Distraction free, Gemini pages are text only and have simpler typograph. You can view images, watch videos, or listen to music over Gemini, but nothing will ever autoplay, pop over what you're reading. Privacy protecting. Every Gemini request is independent of each other, so there's no way to track between sites. Every site is protected by the same encryption used by banking and e-commerce sites on the www. Nice, based. I should port most of my blog to Gemini for the enjoyers and see if people will use it. More details are on the official Gemini. If you beware that it's targeted, then it's targeted and more technical audience than quick start page. So you might want to skip it for now and come back later. How do I read pages on Gemini? The first thing to do is install a Gemini client. Gemini clients are like web browsers, except instead of browsing the web, it browses Gemini Spaces. There's at least a couple of Gemini clients available for most platforms. Here I'm going to recommend just one. I think more blah blah blah. Yep. How do I do app images? Again, on Void. There was a way. Later, Billy. Let's see. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Damn, how the fuck do you run it? App images again. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Ooh, it's been a minute. Man, I can't remember the last time I updated my system. Okay, wow, yeah, it's been a minute since I've updated. That's the cool thing about Void Linux is you can make an oopsie and forget to update, and you'll still be okay. You'll still be safe. You'll be in a safe environment. And my friend is a um, happy birthday. I'm trying to think of like, you know how people you. I think I'm being fucking what's the word? You know how they have like certain words if you put them together and it says something else. Matthew Price. I had to think about the name. Happy birthday, Matthew P. I'm just gonna play it safe. I can't think. So we're gonna be looking more deeper into Gemini as long when my system fucking updates. Oh wait, I can actually still run this app. What am I doing? Ooh, what's it called? What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? There we go. Based. Okay. All right. Okay. Gemini is a simple protocol for serving content over the internet. It specifies a markdown inspired format allowing basic plain text document markup. Compared to HTTP and HTML, Gemini is vastly simpler and easier to work with. This is true. This is how I write my blog, actually, on blog.notafbihoneypot.com. Shameless plug. Everything's in Markdown. Markdown's super simple. It's very easy to understand. There's tons of guides on there. Obviously, honestly, the learn Markdown in an hour is kind of retarded because it's, I don't know, it's kind of like stupid. It's very simple. It's auto-generated page style, smooth scrolling, scaling page content 50 to 200%, cursor-based TUI. Windows 95 DOSBox using encryption. Why not just use the web browser? Modern web browsers are complex beasts. In fact, they are so complex that one can create a fully functional virtual machine inside one and run another operating system. This is true. There is that one operating system that runs completely from the browser. It's pretty cool. Linger's user interface is modeled after the web browsers. There's no navigation bar at the top with a back and forward button. There is no tab bar for switching tabs. The tab bar is hidden if there is only one tab open. There are sliders for managing bookmarks, subscription feeds, and TLS identities, and viewing history. Enter URL. I don't like this. You will need to select identity when you encounter this error. Press Control to save the context. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. It's powered by nCursors, OpenSSL, and Java. Boo! Balls. Let's see. There we go. Failed to communicate with the server. But we're getting there. Oh, this has the word void in it. Oh, come on. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's a key binding thing. I might have to mess around with it and do some more. I have to do some probably more deep dives into like Gemini, good Gemini clients. There is one on Android, and just definitely on like the high end side. On the browser side, it's a little bit more difficult. I don't know why people hate Noster. Huh. Huh, cool. Such a very interesting protocol. We're gonna close that though. And then we're gonna go right here. I'm curious about Gemini Space. How can I check it out? Using a web portal. The lowest commitment way to explore Gemini Space uses a proxy or a portal, such as one of the following. Okay. I'm human. Gemini is a new internet technology. Okay. The dense jargony answer for geeks in hurry. The gentle answer for everyone else. Huh. Okay, we're just gonna ignore that. It's fucking. Almost for everyone. Gemini is a group of technologies that are similar to the ones that left behind. Familiar with the web browser. Using Gemini, you can explore online collections of written documents which can link to other written documents. The main difference is that Gemini apps approach this task with a strong philosophy of keep it simple and less is enough. This allows Gemini to create simply sidestep rather than try and probably fail to solve many of the problems with plaguing the modern web. We just seem to get worse and worse no matter how many browser add-ons will meaning regulations meaning regulations thrown at them. Gemini might be one of the interests if you value privacy and you're opposed to the web's ubiquitous tracking of users. You value attention and your time and want to read with deep focus, free from distractions. Are sick and tired of nagging newsletter subscription pops-ups and obvious adverts, auto-playing videos, and chasing you as you scroll others' modern web. Live somewhere with slow internet and can't afford fast internet. Live off grid and need to conserve your precious battery power and minimize expensive satellite data usage. Or a hobbyist program with a do-it-yourself attitude who enjoys building stuff because you don't have a wife. I would say Obscure VPN is probably a decent. Its speeds and everything are decent. We can even go as far as. Damn. I wish we had Stumble Upon, honestly. That was like peak internet. Why does everyone hate my chair creaking, dog? Oh, based. I just hit 3K subs. Wow, I'm super. Am I a niche micro celebrity now, guys? Am I based and cool? Oh, full auto AK Luger, also based. Wow, that's a nice watch. Casio is a pretty based watch. Okay, so it looks like the gentle answer for everyone is pretty based. Does it come with the new lingo? Sure, but all you need to know is read and understand the rest of the FAQ. Gemini Space is simply a total collection of every single file that is served under the Gemini protocol. If you know what the Gopher space it means, as well, it's obviously equivalent of the Gemini. There's not really equivalent term for web people. Just say you can find that on the web. The term web space usually refers to as hosting services. Like I pay $5 a month for some web space for Giant Balls Corp, as you would say. You can use Gemini Space that way too, which is pretty based. A capsule is just a collection of pages in the Gemini Space. Capsules are kind of cool. Like that's where I learned about it, the Gemini capsule. As you could say, it is probably one of the most efficient ways that you could understand it. What's with all the rodent talk? Gopher is an internet protocol from the early 90s. In the long term, it is lost out to the web, which was better looking than Gopher and could do more things. And most people today have never heard of it, yet alone used it. But Gopher does the things it can do perfectly well and never completely disappear. In fact, in recent years, Gopher has been undergoing a small but real resurgence in popularity. More people seek refuges from increasingly user-hostile webs. I should try to seek some form of way that other people can enjoy, my blog and stuff, and my content. Lost but not forgotten, for real. My content, maybe my blog and my podcast on the internet, where there are places, even though if it's maybe a few hundred users, people can enjoy it in an ad-free and kind of like less tracking environment. I personally will never track any of my users or sell their information, obviously, and I will never put affiliate links in my content where I don't clearly label it. It's nothing that I want to do even in the beginning with, but if I find an affiliate link that I use and I enjoy and I think people could benefit from, I would clearly label it because I think that's the right thing to do. But in reality, I do not plan on really doing affiliate link marketing because it's such a nasty business. You really don't know who the company is. You don't really know what their values are unless they've been around for a very, 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 very long time. And I've used them for a substantial amount of time, and I entrust to a certain degree the company itself. It would be that's like kind of its own thing. I don't want to be a snake oil or another crummy, disgusting YouTuber that goes online and just affiliate marketing, click funnel, click funnel, click funnel, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Monero-based affiliate marketing would be the closest I would ever probably get, where it's in exchange for Monero. But a lot of these companies are not ideal, to be completely honest, and I don't use a ton of them. So it's probably in my best interest to actually, surprisingly, run both of these. Maybe something on Gopher, something on I2P. You can host a website on I2P as well, and something on Tor and IPFS, so that I can ensure my content is completely segregated in a sense from the regular internet and decentralized as much as possible. Even I'm looking into other. Let's see other. I have been getting an influx of subscribers recently, which is great for me, and it's awesome because I want people to be exposed to free and open source software. I don't know if it's the algorithm that's hitting, or it's the fact that I'm streaming to Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube all at once. It could be a combination of all three. I don't want to do the fucking fine. I hate that decentralized has interlocked with the finance part. It's so gay, and I completely hate it because all it is just a bunch of fucking tech retards and fucking almost borderline bank fucking losers that are going out of their way to ensure that we're decentralized, guys. We are not like the banking industry, but it'll be a fucking blog that just recommends the next shittiest shitcoin on the planet, and it just ends up being another pile of shit of AI slop and shitty SEO generated content, which I hate even more than anything because people are like, well, they gotta make a living, don't they, guys? Yeah, they gotta make a living, but they can make a living by not writing every single blog. Like, if you just look up even on Blocktrade, you got Wallacrypt, Web Crypto, Forbes, of course, Reddit, Coindex, Bloomberg. The Coin Bureau is probably like I think the gayest of them all, but this is like only because they're British. I hate to say it, but it's like this: Bitcoin, Hyperliquid, Chainlink, Ethereum, XRP. Monad. What do these even do? There's so many. For Iran, the clock is ticking, and they better start moving fast, or get there won't be left. What? Michael Saylor's just a fucking boomer. He's like, guys, I figured it out. Let's see. It's $44. Sorry, it's $55. You would have had to buy this. It's only doubled in like 2025. And it peaked at about $60. And all of your stuff is literally being tracked. So why would you buy it? Guys, this is the next coin. You're going to be rich. Every coin after Bitcoin. I'm not even a Bitcoin fan. I think Bitcoin has a lot of issues that could be solved, but they won't. But yeah, you just do that. Just do that. Just type in those words, and you will see absolute dog shit. It's so difficult too to. It's so difficult to actually go out there and find to go out there and actually find like not genuine content because that's gay. It's so difficult to actually go out there and find genuinely good cryptocurrencies that don't try to rug pull you or exploit you, because it's all about the bag, man. And that's like, it's kind of sad. The internet's supposed to be like a free environment. I think I even saw like people said like someone was like streamers need to touch grass and like get off the internet, and I kind of agree, because all these streaming platforms are like boiled down to gambling. They're either gambling or they're roulette-betting. It's like even the people that have like the meta glasses, they just walk up to strangers and they're just like, look at me gambling in real time, and then they're like losing money on the gambling sites, but they're gaining like obviously money and ad revenue, but they're probably spending it all on gambling. Which is kind of depressing. The sad thing is you can make content and still be very very locked in and still make. It's like you can there's cryptocurrencies out there that probably have a really good utility and could be definitely used in the space where it's it's not as like oversaturated, but at the same time there's so many YouTubers that were like, guys, just put your money into this coin, and it's just sad. What is it? I would say when I wanted to get into crypto mining at one point, Voscoin used to be good content, but he's a giant fucking he's a giant ad, and it's very depressing. It's all affiliate links. It's actually very depressing. $300 is crazy. Oh my god. The thing is, the people that make these, they're the ones that are making the money. What is sun? What does it have to do with sun? I've never under understand. I've never understood like shilling for like these random like companies. Like you don't know them. Oh, ASIC miner profitability. I mean, tell someone they're gonna spend 3 grand. Profitability. Tell someone they're gonna spend 12 grand. Like the highest profitability is going to be something doing what, Zcash? Yeah, $47 a day. That's if Zcash continues to rally. Let's say after electricity costs to clear 30. You made your money back, most definitely. Maybe. There is that I believe this is like the miner to do with Monero. If this is the one that like you can mine Monero, that sounds great in theory, but you don't honestly know that you don't know when this is going to. You just buy 5 grand worth of Monero. Like what happens when I believe you have to do a 220. Yeah. You have to get a 220 in your house. So you have to spend like $400 plus to get a 220 in your house. You're going to run through your electricity bill. I wouldn't say mining is dead, but it's getting close to there. There's a lot of people that are killing their mining rigs. And that is a lot. And what happens when when uh when a fork kills your profitability? More power to you, though. I think if people have the ability to go out of their way and put the money up, I mean, you better hope that this shit. Okay, let's see your. Let's go to the highest, 12 cents. Let's go to 25 cents. Let's go to $5. Let's make sure this shit ain't fucking. Oh. There's no way. 17,000 would be great. That's if that shit fucking dump it back into the market. Yeah, you could. I mean, I think Monero should. You should be able to mine Monero, but the problem is like during the gold rush, there is a. I mean, the theory is kind of right. More shovel makers probably made more money than the average person digging for gold. I'm not saying don't do it, but it's just it seems like that's a lot of work. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that you don't know if it's going to be there tomorrow, and you have to make sure you have the electricity and power for it, and you have to make sure the maintenance and it doesn't take a shit in 1 year. If you would have bought this a year ago, it probably would have been worth it. You know what I mean? Then the cycle goes on its way. Yeah, these crypto miners factories pre-mine with the machines before they make them for sale when they know it's kind of They probably. I mean, I wouldn't. I would not be shocked if they did. I can't prove that source, but would not be shocking. Like if you did Zcash, if you bought Zcash, if Zcash doesn't tank, if it doesn't tank, and you make an additional 17,000, your three grand, obviously after electricity, your electricity is going to cost you $150 a month. Plus, depending on how much if you bought this for 3 grand, you better pay that shit. I mean, even 17,000. I'm back again. What up, brother? It's just not. It's just not. It's such a scam, in a sense, because you don't know. What's up? What's up, Wicked? Are we doing well? And relatively besides the price thing, a lot of big mining YouTubers, I mean, they make content around. They want to diversify their income. They're shutting them down. I believe you can just look at it like this. Now, if you would have caught mining back maybe like 10 years ago, it would have been for sure worth it. Even at a bad electricity cost. There's this theory that if instead of mining, buying the equivalent amount to the miner's price of the coin, you will end up in profit in the long run without. Yes. The only benefit that mining has, and you're probably correct. The only benefit that the mining has is three things. And I'm trying to be fair. You do not have to KYC yourself at all in terms of actually obtaining the coins. If you go solar, the electricity becomes free to a certain degree. If you go solar for your whole house, the electricity becomes free because it is not a single use. It is renewable. The renewability is what makes it free. The maintenance and it depending on how much you spend on your panels and your ROI, whatever, for sure it's going to have a cost, but keep that in mind. And the third one, minus the no KYC, minus that, you don't know that your mining equipment will not be profitable, meaning that in the long term, if your mining equipment stays profitable and the maintenance stays low, be it zero preferably, you mine forever until a fork happens. But that there's a counterpoint to that and a negative. And that counterpoint and negative is that a fork will happen and it might kill your profitability. People are saying with the Monero miner that Random X will indefinitely kill the profitability of these miners. That's why they're selling it. That's why they're making it. because they know in a future fork update it will kill the profitability, so it doesn't matter. And they already got their $5,000. We don't know. People say it. People could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not a math person. I'm not a et cetera, et cetera. This guy's been on YouTube for a long time. The only people that can ROI is realistically hackers or people that have free electricity. Yeah. And well, no, there is an ROI in a year if the algorithm doesn't kill it. If you consistently make that $41 a day, you return your money in a year, even out for electricity costs, with an efficiently good miner that is mining a cryptocurrency that is staying either staggered at the price now or increasing as you mine. I mean, I would say that you can definitely ROI, but you can't continuously just generate that $17,000. Electricity could get higher. We don't know where electricity costs are going to be a year from now. We're depending on like where you live. You don't know. That's just the reality of it. You don't know where electricity costs, and you don't know what is the long term goal. Oh God, the Red Panda Bitcoin miner. I hate these. These are the problem. There's two problems with this. My thing is, I think Red Panda Mining is maybe out of all of them. What's up, brother? Maybe the closest you can get to a decently honest person in the mining space. But at the same time, it's like, come on, dude. Mining Bitcoin is just not worth it. I hate these type of videos. The video I've been watching after the mine, I crazy. 1 second. I'm going. Not just that. True. I follow the dude. At least he's honest about it. Yeah, I think Red Panda Mining is probably one of the most decent. Son of a Tech was another one. He stopped posting though. I don't know why. I think he's done. I liked Son of a Tech. He was an interesting person to listen to. He's bald too. Burger ad. Yeah, what was that? BitBoy Crypto, that fucking fat 40-year-old loser. I just don't like the Coin Bureau because he's British, to be honest. Oh, Bald Gang. Bald Gang. Yeah, Bitboy Crypto was fucking always cringe. And Coin Bureau. What was the other one? He's very big. Um, Brandon Coin. Brandon Coin, that was him. Yeah. Warning, MEXC is locking accounts. I liked Brandon Coin, but he's like now just a giant ad. I just can't do it. I even say Voss. Voss is like way too addy for me. Look, if half your fucking channel is sponsorships and ads, fuck you. If you need to keep the lights on, that's your problem, not mine. That's why I will not watch you. Yeah, I do not like Voss Claim. Oh, Marchie LARP. I'm an Marchie hater too. Like my problem is if you didn't foresee the future of creating content and you didn't make good financial decisions and half your shit is fucking 90% of your fucking content is now sponsorships ad, that is your fault and your problem. It's over for these dudes. They lost the authority. Yeah. They're not decentralized anymore. They're a fucking billboard. It's like, dude, you suck and I hate you. Why are influencers so allergic to employment? Like, influencers are so allergic to employment. This is something that like infuriates me. If you didn't set up a way for you to be financially successful on YouTube and content creation without selling your fucking balls for a fucking ad spot, and like, dude, just look. I mean, just look at it. No. VossCoin used to give like really good information on ad, like it's like ad, 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 balls, balls, balls. We get it, dude. You're making solar. It's not that unique. Solar isn't that unique of an idea. Ad and all of these mini Bitcoin mining machines, a waste of fucking money. They cost hundreds of dollars. So 20,000 per year solar income. It's like you're just a giant fucking ad. This is every single one. Bitcoin mining farm regrets. We get it. Mine now, guys. Motherfuckers will like Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, their entire. They'll Mr. Beast their entire fucking life, and it's like scary. $42 per day, guys. It Monero mine. It buy Monero and $42 per day. And all of these node miners are a gamble. They're a lottery ticket. They're random. Bro, can you buy me a Mulvad VPN subscribe? Sure. You pay more for electricity than you get in returns. Yeah. You are betting on that the currency is going to increase in the future, but that's a stupid bet. Is one method for making money from mine. You can make money mining. What you can't do is guess that, like, and the thing I hate is, like, they're like, these two random people that in the world. No shit. It's random. That's the point. That's why it gets coverage. It gets coverage because it was fucking random. You made a financial risk and you randomly got rewarded. That doesn't mean anything. It's not a flex. It's cool because of one thing only. You hit the lottery. And hitting the lottery is random. Like, this is dumb. Brew coffee and mine Bitcoin is actually the most retarded thing you could think of. Guys, it's Mr. Who's the boss. Mr. Who's the gay. I hate that Tor doesn't have fucking ad blocking.
I'm Bosk. You're on the Bosk One YouTube channel. We're reviewing that thing with this guy. It's time to mine some coffee.
I trust none of these people. Especially if you look like that. My trust went to zero.
This guy.
These are like two of the worst cousins you have. And they're like, guys, we have this scam.
It's time to mine some coffee.
Oh no.
This guy. It's time to mine.
It is gay.
Coffee.
And their argument is always the laziest argument. But guys, if you don't do it, how would you know? First off, Black Rifle Company. Black Rifle Company is fucking lame. It's coffee, dude. Nobody cares.
This is the Mine Coffee. This isn't Gecko Science. Gecko Science is a long-term mini miner maker. Normally is good quality but bad pricing.
No, it's not good quality. It's a fucking coffee. It's a coffee maker. And it's fucking mining. What a remember, if you remember, there was Bitcoin, quote unquote, huge Bitcoin heaters. Like, you would heat your house and it would mine Bitcoin. Stupid fucking idea. Honestly, the dumbest idea I've heard. I am a hater.
I couldn't have done that any worse. Hey.
Oh,
Your mom.
I thought you'd say that. Heading down to mining this rock first in the world. User initial impression is a nice little product that you would be fine putting anywhere, and maybe more importantly for you, your wife would be too. It has this nice little screen. It has all these different dashboards or info, coin price, to the IP address, to your Satoshi balance, and the...
He sounds so soulless. Like his soul left him. Heated coffee mug, $70 on Amazon. But guys, it mined Bitcoin. Impractical garbage. Tor is good, but I wish ITP was more usable. I don't trust how many nodes the government is in charge of. So this is this hand void is caught for coffee. Vox was selling so hard for hard drive mining, then he made a video years later after saying it was the worst investment he made due to selling the miners and supported the software stop support. Oh, you talk about Chia? Chia was a fucking stupid idea. You're a retard if you actually thought that Chia was a good idea. Oh my god. Chia was stupid. You offloading your fucking hard drive space? What a dumb idea. Honestly. Another miner scam. For $500 you can just DIY a 40th hump. Yeah. $500 is crazy. Oh my god. And this mini Bitcoin solar Wi-Fi miner could hit a BC block and earn over 250K. Oh, it could be probably win, maybe. But is it actually worth buying mini Wi-Fi? If you want, buy one here with my link. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with what you like, man. It's embarrassing. Anytime you also call it Voss, he's like, "You're just a hater, guys. You just hate on me." No, you suck. Like, I guarantee I could buy every single one of these. Not this. Could. Guys, you could do this. I could also have sex with your mom. It's embarrassing. So even if I were to buy... They're just lottery. It's just a fucking lottery. It's a gay people tax. So 203, let's see. Now this might only be worth it for the simple fact that Bitcoin is $70,000. That's it. That's all it is. I would never say it's a good investment. It's a waste of money. You should buy Monero instead. So 175 plus 325, 125. Just make it 300, dude. $300 plus $600 plus $900. So for $2,000, you could just randomly, virtually free to maintain. Oh, plus $30. If you bought like maybe 100 of these, another like 300. Expensive lottery ticket. Yeah, the most expensive. Maybe like 100 of these, like 10 of these. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I said 100. 10 of these. So you're with 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 random Bitcoin mining machines I guess if you sit there and literally do that shit until you die, and you happen to hit 3 Bitcoin, awesome. Well, you ain't gonna fucking, you don't want to fucking expose that you did, because for the simple fact that you're going to, you're going to expose where all your fucking Bitcoin went, so the government's going to tax the shit out of you, and then B, your wife's going to pretend that she wants you back. It's sad. This is the crypto space now, guys. There is none.
Alla goda ting är 3. Som allt det goda ger triple cheese. Bara på McDonald's.
I'm embarrassed because it's like sad.
This is my home.
And if you've noticed, all these channels, they only get like a couple thousand views because it's boring. It's like gay content at this point. We get it, man. You get fucking shit sent to your house to show it because you have no soul.
Or whatever that is.
Unskippable ads should be illegal.
Today we're going to be looking at what the best BitAx or NerdAx is to buy.
None of them. None of them are a good idea. None of them are a good idea.
Alla goda ting är 3. Som allt det goda ger triple cheese. Bara på McDonald's.
This is my home. I mean, every man, woman, or whatever that is.
Yeah, honestly, 500,000 views. 5K is fucking scary.
Consumption and subsequently power cost or bill, but I'm getting that much more hash rate for the money. I like the Canon Mini 3s. I like the Canon Mini 3s more than the Avalon Qs. The Qs come with these absolute trash bag fans. I've had to replace them in both of the Avalon Qs I have out here on the mining farm and at my house. I'm actually running.
I like products that are sent to me. I like stuff that heat my house and don't actually mine crypto.
One right in here. I will give it credit though. It's so quiet, especially in eco mode.
You're 100% off. You're the idea that, like, my problem is they always tout this idea, well, it's going to earn crypto forever. You don't know that. Forks happen. These are just retards that don't understand software.
It's pretty quiet period, but especially in eco mode. And it's a great heat source in the winter. But that's creating parasitic loss in the summer. However, that would be a great time to say move it to.
Guys, also, yeah, for real. I like product. Product is good. Product was given to me for free. I love product. They don't influence my hands.
Garage, or you don't care if it's a little bit hotter, or maybe a cold corner of your basement, or if you have like a garden, mining shed.
I did hear someone say that like you shouldn't watch content you disagree with. Guys, I love product. Bye. It's okay to watch content you don't like and disagree with someone. You're on the internet. You being pissed that people are criticizing you for your shitty take just because they don't like you and they watch you doesn't mean that it invalidates their take. You can watch someone not like it. I heard the sentiment of it. I'm like, how do you know if you like it or not? That's the point. YouTube just randomly recommended this to me. What's going on? Based! That means you're black-pilled, brother. The point of if you enjoy free and open source software and Bussy, then you're in the right place. One or the other. You don't have to like both. The crazy thing is you can watch something, not like it, not agree with it, whatever. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time for sure. Whatever, and still comment that you suck. Welcome to the mainframe. Congratulations. I would love a mainframe. Oh my god, that'd be so sick. But you can watch content, not like the content, not like the person, criticize them, comment below, you suck and you're gay, your mom or whatever, and move on. It's not that crazy of a concept. You have to watch something to know if you like it or not. Vosscoin lives rent free in my head like every couple years. I'm like, I listen, I think about it. I'm like, man, this guy really does suck. And then I move on. I'll never think about this guy for another probably couple years.
Attached garage or anything like that, that would be just a great place to tuck stuff like that.
Guys, heat your garage with something that you pay. Instead of buying a normal heater, buy a Bitcoin heater that's going to earn you nothing. And again, the argument is like, oh, you don't know that. You also don't know that. It's a risk. It's a lot. Like we said, it's an expensive lottery ticket. I'm sick that I watch these ads. It's let's see, dead crypto coins. Oh, it's Coin Bureau, British man. I'm already disappointed. I don't even think he does. He might have someone else on here. Let me skip the ad. Let me skip the ad, please. Oh, there he is. British man. Is that him? Oh, God, their ads. They're so painful. Yep. He probably got bought out by a millionaire. Yep, here we go. Pax stablecoin was a stupid fucking idea. Cosmo was a stupid fucking idea. I remember he used to... I think he might have deleted it. I believe he used to promote FTX, but so did a lot of YouTubers. It's not just him. Let's see what... Let's just pick a random coin and see where it's at. Nexo was a stupid idea. OST token. Gemini dollar. And they're always like, oh, we're just looking at stats, guys. Okay. No, you're not. Self-key. Is key still worth it? I take a look. Theta. Everything you know about Theta. Omizi Go. Omizi Go was a big, huge one. OMG. That was 6 years ago. Wow, yeah, that's depressing. 60 cents still. Can we look at the all time? So, Tezo was dumb. Tezo was, yeah, it was dumb. It didn't do anything different. So this shit, as normal, gets pumped within the first. Everything on chain went to zero. Yeah, Tezo's was a stupid fucking idea. Look right here. 2018, it peaked at $21. Put that into perspective. This shit made it to $21, and it was like, all right, I'm gonna head out. And then it peaked one more time, and it's like, I'll see 13. I'll see. $19. It's like, all right, I'm back, guys. COVID, we done. Depressing. Let's see. Another one. IOTA. IOTA is another huge one. IOTA review in 2019? Making all the right sounds? My wife left me? Making all the right sounds when I'm not in the room with her? It's just her friend, guys? Another one. Fucking 2017, it's like, I'll hit $4. Boo. Boo. I'm back. JK. I'm gonna head out. Zcoin. Stellar, that's another. XLM. I hate talking to crypto bros because they always are like, guys, it's different this time. It's different. Guys, please. XLM. My wife left me only one time. There we go. 14 cents. So if you would have bought in 2016, you'd be fine. Okay, please. Guys, it peaked. You would have had to literally buy and sell at the right time. It's up 48,000%. So you would have had to buy at the right time, sell at the right time, or have hold. And you would have had to buy tens of thousands of coins. Now it's in, what's it? Crypto Bros will say different this time. It's different this time without even understanding the simple technology. Yes, literally this. Literally fucking this in a nutshell. They do not understand the technology. They will oversimplify the technology. Or even worse, it will be the same technology as any other fucking coin. When XRP people come out, I had XLM and XRP. No! Boo! Where's the boo button? It's okay. We all make mistakes, man. Guys, I'm just trying to make a bag. XRP in the chat. The problem with these coins is these coins are essentially, they're scams. They don't understand the technology. Every single coin that says we do something different, they do not. And I'm not a Bitcoin maxi. I don't think Bitcoin's better. But Bitcoin Lightning literally fucking does every single thing these fucking shit coins do. It's decentralized, even though it's really not. Michael Saylor mentioned, guys. Here's the problem. First off, how do you have 2 million followers and you're still getting like 25K? You're getting under 100K views. That's embarrassing. I think Trump coin is good. We're gonna solve X, Y, and Z when X, Y, and Z is already solved. So, your first problem is Bitcoin's speed is lightning. Bitcoin Lightning speed is crazy. It's instant. You don't need to get any more instant than Bitcoin Lightning. Nothing faster. Nothing changes. The fees are low. The fees are super low. The privacy is questionable, if not existent. And there is almost no scaling or liquidity problem because Bitcoin is so huge. The fee, and when people get into like the nitty gritty stuff, they're like, XLM's fees, guys, are a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a penny. It's like, suck my balls. We are getting literally to the point where Bitcoin fees are Lightning fees are pennies on the dollar. That's all you need. It's fine. It works. Never had an issue. I used to run my own Lightning node when I was a Bitcoin maxi, I guess you could call me. But Bitcoin Lightning literally does all the things of this. Monero does everything, but better and more private. I mean, quite literally. The fucking ETFs are fucking retarded. An ETF based on Bitcoin is the dumbest thing you could have done. And the reason it's dumb is for two reasons. Well, the two reasons it's dumb. Why would you want to invest into a market that's a 24-hour market that swings left and right like an 80-year-old person's balls? It swings. It swings like a swinger. But Monero doesn't hold value as well. Monero definitely holds value. If you could tell me where Monero doesn't hold value, I'll agree with you. But you can't. So it's kind of like Monero's value comes from the privacy tech that it does solve. And I think Monero's value is actually based on pure understandable of economics. I've heard people's argument against it, and it doesn't stand up against actual concrete economics, how society has always worked. Fungibility is what matters. Monero's private. That adds to fungibility. I just mean in comparison. What do you mean? To more popular? Oh, are you talking about like the general public's perception of Monero's value? Sure. But in actual value, Monero is a fungible token. It's not a theory. So fungibility comes from a few things. Fungibility comes from the concept of I can hand you one Monero and it equals one Monero. There's no political bias of it. There's no tracking it to see where it's attached to. There's no, this was owned by a terrorist group. There is zero of that because you cannot trace Monero. In currently 2026, that might change tomorrow. That might change, 25 minutes from now. That might change 5 years from now. I don't think Monero is infinitely going to be anonymous, but it's definitely going to be damn near close. And you should run your own node. The fungibility of it is what not only gives it its in my opinion, its value is you can't no one's infinitely printing it. It does have a finite circulating supply and the tail emissions, and that's its own, like the economics of Monero on the tail emissions and the supply is you could do like a whole video on. I could do a whole video on that because of how it works. You don't have to worry about centralized exchange, freezing your accounts. That gives it a resilience in nature. And because it's resilient in nature and private by default, you make less mistakes in discovering your OPSEC. And because you make less mistakes, that, in my opinion, increases the technicality point. So the technicality point has a level. If you have a car, you should do a video on it. On the tokenomics of it, sure. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I think people think that in the short version, like tail emissions prevent Monero's price deflating due to the circulating supply, because Monero's circulating supply is infinite. And I mean, in pure economics understanding, if I have an infinite amount of hentai magazines, they're worthless, because that means anyone can get it. It becomes harder to obtain. Monero believes that there's a way to solve this. It's through the fiat economy and maybe like a few other things that help it in terms of a technology is going to increase the value regardless of the supply. So it's not just supply, it's supply plus demand plus what is it offering. If you have, 100 hentai magazines, but they all make you nut amazingly, then you're obviously going to fucking pick it regardless of how much there is, and it's going to have value. Or each magazine within its own right has its own endorsement and its own crazy thing that makes it better than the other magazine. Monero's ability to stay consistent in terms of the principle and the technology is what gives it its value. Bitcoin has been compromised, in my opinion, and the reason I say that is because Bitcoin's ability to be not fungible and Bitcoin's ability to be manipulated, I mean, whales do it all the time, is what gives it its value. It's no coincidence that BlackRock, she's very beautiful to me, sounds similar. The thing is, Bitcoin's now gotten to the point where Bitcoin's ability to get to the point where it's being heavily manipulated by whales is why BlackRock and all these big corporations like it, because it's a 24-hour market. They can buy hundreds of thousands of dollars in it, and you can't stop them. And there's no regulation around it, which that's not really the issue. The issue is that there's these big tech firms that are coming in and, devaluing the idea of what Bitcoin is supposed to be. And then you have Michael Saylor, who's the fucking, in my opinion, I think Michael Saylor is like a somewhat of a federal plant in the Bitcoin space. I think he's a influencer, you could say. I would say he glows in a sense. In my opinion, he's way too horny on Bitcoin for the gayest of reasons. I'm just not a fan of him, to be completely honest. There's not much of a good outcome when you have big companies buying something that's harder for the consumer to buy. That reduces the ability for the common man to come in and be like, I want to buy this. I want to buy this. I want it to grow, and I want it to be I want it to be based and explode in value. Yeah, I mean, I have a negative view of. I have a negative view of these coins getting this much attention from these bigger conglomerates, especially when they get federal and government funding, and they're using our tax dollars to purchase or pump up these coins. Which, I mean, you can go down that whole that own rabbit hole of who's buying Bitcoin, all these whales, and where they get their money from. It's kind of insane. And when you want to use it and transfer it to Monero. Yeah. If you move your Monero value to Bitcoin, so it's more stable at least until Monero gets more popular. The U.S. government holds a lot of Bitcoin. Would that be in their best interest to pump the coin to Yeah. No, because I think Monero's way more stable. Good night, brother. Monero's price stability is far less swinging. When you look at like the average swing, like when Bitcoin goes up 3%, that's thousands of dollars. Tens of thousands of dollars is moving up and down constantly. That's like a headache. Monero is like look, Monero's biggest spike was just recently, and it was like it reached a milestone of 700, an all-time high, but that was due to like I believe there was some infiltration from like North Korea or something, or I'm not entirely sure why this spike happened. I would have to like actually look into it, and it's people say like, oh, I'm going to look into this, and don't realize like it's kind of complicated because Monero's private, and Monero's price is not only more stable. Yeah, of course, no, most people don't. It's fine. It's okay. I know everyone likes to see big, sexy swings, and they want Monero to go from like 300 to 600 overnight, but that's not stable. And not only that's not stable, the more money you put into it, you can dollar cost average much easier. You're not going to put $500 into Bitcoin, that might lose $10 to $15 overnight. Where you put $500 into Monero, it might you might lose a couple dollars overnight, and then you dollar cost average it consistently. Monero's also price action to get into is much easier and much more affordable. I mean, you buying $300 worth of Monero versus $300 of Bitcoin. Yeah, the swing can be upwards, could be more beneficial to you, but the long term is now you can keep adding that $300, and you will generally get at the current time $300 worth of Monero. You don't have to worry about tanking like Bitcoin will. That $300 next week might be less. You might get less Bitcoin. You probably will. Bitcoin swings too much. It's like a hooker at a San Francisco party or something. That's what good discussion. That's what discussion is about. And I embrace people to challenge me on Monero's incompetence and where it fails. It does have some failure points. It's not perfect. People don't run their own node. Adoption is low because people don't care about privacy. I mean, it's a multifaceted issue. I think people that are coming out and saying, Monero don't work because liquidity. It's like, fuck you. That's not the reason. Liquidity is never the issue. Liquidity is never the issue. Obtaining it in a private manner and trusting that you're going to get it is the issue. How do we build trust, and how do we build ways for people to obtain Monero themselves without having relying on exchange systems? But that's more that's a more nuanced take, and it's more complicated because everyone has a different area of technical feasibility where their ability to absorb the the technology itself, and the ability to navigate it without having any issues. But what also is an issue, guys, is you commenting below so that YouTube knows I'm a real person. If you do, you will get 100 years of good luck, and if you don't, you'll get 50 years of bad luck. But bad luck is pretty bad. So most definitely comment below your favorite type of ice cream. Everyone has a favorite type of ice cream. If you don't, 1,000 years of bad luck. I have to go fight 2 Eskimos for their ice cream. If I don't, I will be assassinated by the Eskimo Hit Squad. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to not only run your own node, but share Monero so that the banking system hates you too and puts you on a